Great to be here in Abu Dhabi. Please give a big warm welcome to our Octagon girls, Camila and Carly. We have Hunter Campbell in the house as well, an extraordinaire matchmaker, Mick Maynard. We have got a stacked card of 13 fights for you tomorrow here at the Etihad Arena, live on Paramount Plus. And we kick things off in the Bantamweight division. Cody Gibson versus Abdul Hussein. First to the scale, Abdul Hussein.
Abdul Hussein. This guy is perfectly built for the UFC. 9 fights in a row. He's won all of them by finishes. 10 fights if you count boxing, but he won that by a decision. But he also beat my understudy in the amateurs, David Evans, back in 2006. This guy, when you watch him fight, gradient calf kicks, switches stances.
135.5 pounds for Abdul King Hussein.
Switches stances, patient, but also has a lot of poise about him.
The Ultimate Fighter finalist Cody Gibson is looking to get back on track after a difficult stretch last year. Taking his fight on short notice, Gibson sees it as a perfect opportunity to remind everyone he still can compete with the best and pull off a major upset. And listen, guys.
Official weight, 136 pounds for Cody, the Renegade.
These are the proving grounds. When you find yourself in a position where you need to fight back and find a way to get back on a winning path, you got to take a short notice fight. You got to do something big, and you got to seize every opportunity you get.
Yeah, Cody's a dog too, man. We've seen him be able to pull off some wins, but that's going to be a great opening.
Division between Narulo Aliv and Mike Davis. First to the scale, Mike Davis.
Take a look at Mike Davis making the walk right here. Every time I watch Mike Davis fight and he's on, I'm always impressed how good he is, right? When he's fighting at his best, he looks like one of these guys that could be a real contender in the top 15. It's just sometimes hit or miss. His UFC record is 5-2 overall, 12-3. Really good everywhere, very physically strong.
156 pounds for Mike Beast Boy Davis.
You can see here, I mean, it looks in amazing shape. He just needs to stay off of the ground in this matchup.
Narulo Aliv.
Narulo is 25 years old, one of 3 fighters from Tajikistan on the UFC roster. 11-0 as a pro, 3-0 in the UFC, doing a little cross-training close to you guys down there in South Florida at Kill Cliff before this fight.
156 pounds for the Tajik Eagle, Narulo Aliv.
And it is his first fight of 2026.
And I've seen him in there from time to time. He moves pretty well. He's part of the elite Russian group in Kill Cliff.
Got a lot of them in there.
Takes place in the light heavyweight division. Magomed Tuchalov versus Branderson Ribeiro. First to the scale from Brazil, Branderson Ribeiro.
Branderson, he is in a do-or-die situation here. He hasn't had the best luck as of recently, but we know what he's capable of. They call him the gorilla, and if you watch him fight, you gotta see why. This guy has the longest arms, and he throws them arms like jumper cables. I mean, he's got a lot of power. He hits you with a lot of power.
Official weight, 206 pounds for the gorilla, Branderson Ribeiro.
Absolute finisher. If he can get a win, he's got 17 wins, 9 of them are by KO, 7 by sub. This guy's a finisher.
Magomed Tuchalov.
Making his debut at just 26 years old, Magomed Tuchalov entered the UFC undefeated at 6-0 after capturing a championship in a regional championship. Listen, he entered his light heavyweight division, and he can come and make a huge impact. He goes out there and
Official weight, 205.5 pounds from Magomed Tiger Tuchalov.
And he goes out there and he starches his opponent. I mean, this guy, watching him on the regional circuit, he's big for the weight class. He's got a lot of power in his hands, and he's a scrapper.
I always love the Russian-Brazilian matchups.
I like this right here.
Both
This
guys
is what
like,
I
because both styles like to bang,
And
right?
they almost like don't respect each other. There's like no fear.
Well, I say that they both styles like to bang. They're Russian strikers that like to bang. There's a lot of Russians that like to take it to the ground, obviously.
First to the scale from France, Axel Sola.
Take a look at Axel Sola right here, fighting at 155 pounds. He's fought a couple of his fights, actually a lot of fights at welterweight 170, even some fights at 175. This is his second fight in a row here in the lightweight division, but 6'2", technical southpaw striker.
Official weight, 155.5 pounds for Axel Sola.
Should do well in this division. Going to have a 6-inch height advantage and a 3.5-inch reach advantage in this matchup.
From Brazil, Ismael Bonfim.
Bonfim, the other brother, Bonfim brother, made some major changes after a brutal weight cut after his last fight where he almost passed out. He even considered moving up to welterweight, but instead overhauled his nutrition and his lifestyle. Bonfim says he feels healthier, stronger, and believes those changes will make the biggest difference come fight day, which is tomorrow.
155.5 pounds for Ismael Maheta Bonfim.
Look at him, he's charged up.
This is one of the fights. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight more than some of the other ones. Like probably the most anticipated matchup for me.
Yeah, and his brother's on a roll. I mean, he just wants to get some of that energy. Look at him, he's ready to.
I keep looking at Mick.
Yeah, no, man. He's nice and tanned up, isn't he?
Yeah. And Sam Patterson.
Mick is in the spirit.
The scale. Sam Patterson.
All right, here's the 30-year-old from Watford, England. He won 4 in a row before dropping that last fight to MVP. Kind of a weird one between two training partners, hoping to get back to his winning ways on Saturday against Ponzinibbio in the prelims. And he has finished 13 of 14 wins, earned his UFC contract on season 6 of Dana White's Contender Series.
Official weight, 170.5 pounds for Sam Patterson. And his opponent, Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Oh, Ponzi, my old teammate at American Top Team. You know, for 4 years, I thought this guy was Brazilian. I had no idea he was from
Argentina?
Yeah, I had no idea. But he does a tremendous job on the Latin broadcast, and that's where I get to see him more often now. And every time he sees me, he says the same thing. Why you get fat? And he calls me Gordito. So
Why you get fat?
Take it easy, Ponzinibbio. But one thing we know about him is he is an absolute dog. This guy loves to fight.
Official weight, 171 pounds for Santiago Argentine dagger Ponzinibbio.
Yeah, his passion for fighting is unmatched. Like, he's been through a lot. And for him to still be here trying to grind it out when he doesn't have to, speaks a lot about
He hasn't changed his style. Even as he's gotten older in age, he still stands in straps, right?
And again, you're not fat, you just big boned.
What weight class were you again?
55.
55.
There we go. Muhammad Saidov.
Oh, Muhammad Saeed making his debut here. This is going to be an interesting fight, right? Two guys that strike. Saeed's a guy, wonderful kicker, 3 head kick knockout, spinning wheel kick knockout. But what's interesting about this matchup for me is when he looks at his opponent, Dustin Jacoby, he said he's followed him his entire career. He can't believe he's fighting a legend like Dustin Jacoby. How much does that play a factor in this matchup?
They come in a lot. I mean, Dustin Jacoby has always been a talent, but his consistency was a missing piece after his loss against Dominic Reyes. He admitted he wasn't focused and he needed to change that around, and he made a commitment from that point on. I'm going to be locked in for these fights. And he has been. He's looked different, like a different fight ever since.
Official weight, 205 pounds for Dustin the Hunyak Jacoby.
And it is the reason why he's been looking so impressive his last 3 fights. He's got that confidence. He's got that belief in himself. And sometimes, guys, it takes a while in order for you to find that formula that makes you you.
Our featured bout next is in the UFC heavyweight division. Walter Walker versus Thomas Peterson. First to the scale, Thomas Peterson.
Here's the Train. Thomas the Train has won 2 of his last 3, most recently Guilherme Pat back in April. Minnesota native has 7 knockouts in his 11 wins, so the big fella has some power, but he's also a JUCO national champion.
245 pounds for Thomas the Train Peterson.
Капитан из Агасмаев.
And his opponent, the number 13 ranked heavyweight in the world, Walter Walker.
Walter Walker, he's one of the very few guys in the UFC, and these guys are going to hate me for this, but one of the very few guys in the UFC that actually understands leg locks. That actually understands the breaking mechanics, the entries, how to do them, and it's evident in his last 4 fights because he's finished them all with leg locks and from different and difficult entries. I got to see if he can pull this one off. I think he can.
Official weight 248 pounds for Walter, the clean monster, Walker.
That's a heel
is
for the.
that?
It's a heel for his heel hook.
Is that a
heel? He got somebody's
The
heel.
foot.
That's from the dollar store, too.
Yeah, it's from a dollar store heel.
That's where I get mine.
I don't know how Tom's not gonna like this action. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Okay, at least he moved.
Oh,
He's on it.
He's
been working his defense.
But hey, listen, Tom looks a little thinner than he's been looking.
He does.
So this can indicate that we may have more of an active Tom Peterson moving along the outside.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have
Our
to.
first bout is in the welterweight division between Abu Dhabi and Saigid Izagakmayev. First to the scale, Saigid Izagakmayev.
I'm just going to go with Saigid right now. He's making a walk until we get these names down pat. But this is a fight that a lot of people are going to have their eyes on, not only because of the fighters, but the high-profile corners in this matchup. Khabib will be in the corner of Saigid. Hamzat
171 pounds for Saigid.
Hamzat will be in the corner of his opponent, so you know there's a lot at stake. Two guys very good on the ground, but look out for the submissions. 5 arm bars for Saigid on his record.
Yeah, like you said, this is one of the teammates of Hamzat Chimaev. There's a video of Hamzat Chimaev hoisting him around after him winning a couple of belts in different organizations. But this guy's got a lot of experience. He already has wins over 4 UFC vets: Michel Pereira, Michel Prazeres, Albert Tumanov, and Luis Dutra Jr.
171 pounds for Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I think he just came off of a championship fight win over Albert Tumanov.
Yeah, and when you got those high-profile corners, like, you don't have to go through the Dana White Contender Series in order to get here.
You get expedited right away.
Next we move to the heavyweight division in a bout between Rizvan Kuniev and Tyrell Fortune. First up, the number 9 ranked heavyweight, Tyrell Fortune.
When Tyrell Fortune first made his transition to MMA, he came down to South Florida to train with me at the Black Zillions when I was getting ready to fight DC. And we were supposed to drill, but it was our first time working together. And before you know it, this young buck tried besting me up. And you know what? I stood my ground, I did my thing, but he was a young guy, very athletic. He got the better of me at night. But I knew at that point he was going to be a beast. And look at him. I mean, his physique has changed since the last time. He was like a teddy bear before.
How did he not go by Debo?
Here's Kuniev, who's coming in at number 8 in the rankings. So this is a top 10 heavyweight tilt. Certainly one to look forward to on this card. 34-year-old from Dagestan, coming off his first UFC win in February against Jalton Almeida.
Official weight 265.5 pounds for Rizvan Kuniev.
He also lost to Curtis Blades via split decision in his debut, so he has fought some high-level competition.
Yeah,
this is a good fight.
Yeah, that's a great fight.
Bout
Great
3 on our main
matchup.
card is in a lightweight division between Magomed Zainukov and Damian Szepetsky. First to the scale, making his UFC debut, Damian Szepetsky.
Take a look at Szepetsky making his walk. Undefeated record coming off of his first decision of his career, but the nickname the Butcher. Why is that, you ask? Well, A, he likes to bloody people up. That's just part of his fighting style. He's also used to be a butcher. That was a real job. That's where he gets that nickname. But he's an exciting fighter. 9 finishes to her credit, as I said, coming off his first decision ever.
155.5 pounds for Damian.
He's a natural southpaw,
Szepetsky.
but this is one of those guys you see liking to switch stances a lot and mix things up in the middle of the fight.
UFC debut, Magomed Wildchenko Zignaikov.
Wildchenko. All right, so here's the story behind him. So last year, after he made his debut in Dana White Contender Series, did all the interviews, told everybody his nickname was Chanko, but his accent was so strong that everybody thought he was saying John Pork.
Official weight 155.5 pounds for Magomed Wildchenko.
I was wondering where the John Pork came from.
But the thing is, like, Chanko is his village in Dagestan, and he doesn't like the name John Pork, but MMA fans won't let it go.
How did John Pork come out of Chanko?
I mean, he's Muslim, right? So that's
it's terrible.
so it's haram to call him, you know, pork.
John Pork. I don't get it.
I don't get it either,
Wellington Turman.
Stuck.
First to the scale, Wellington Turman.
Wellington Turman entered the UFC as a highly regarded prospect with a 15-2 record and a strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu foundation. Since arriving, he's leaned more into a striking game and has gone 3-6 inside the octagon. After nearly 3 years away, Turman says he's returned to a style that brought him back success.
170 pounds for Wellington, the prodigy, Turman.
And he's looking to start things off the right way and get back in the winning streak.
Yeah, he's gonna have a tough matchup right here. I mean, Turman's been away for a couple of years, as you just said, and they give him one of the hottest prospects from this region, Islam Dulatov. This guy, very big for the welterweight division, strong guy. Finisher, I mean, 100% finish rate. He doesn't like to get out of the first round. He's very aggressive on the feet, likes to strike, big-bodied. Hasn't been as active as we have liked to have seen him so far in the UFC, though.
Islam, the Ripper, Dulatov.
Dulatov's the guy as well that, like, when you look at social media in this region, UFC Europe, I mean, this guy is a very big star, has a big following, and has a lot of money. He's already got 2 Lamborghinis. I think he's going for his 3rd one. I don't know how he's making so much money this early in his career, but he's a star in the making, and I think with a big win tomorrow night in this outing, he can continue to climb and build his name in the division.
Between Steve Ursig and Ramazan Timirov. First to the scale, Ramazan Timirov.
Timirov is nuts. I mean, this guy, you watch him fight, he's like the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
He's out there doing crazy spins, throwing spin kicks, but it's his power that separates him from everybody else.
Official weight, 126 pounds for Ramazan Timolan Timirov.
This guy will punch himself off of his feet to hit you.
The number 10 ranked Australian, Steve Ursig.
Eurasia got to a fast start in his UFC career, but hit a rough patch after 2 back-to-back losses against Pantoja and Moreno. But after the Moreno fight, that changed everything. Ursig said he felt sick after that performance because he didn't feel like he truly went out there and fought. And he said since then, he made a promise to himself, no matter what happens, win, lose, or draw,
for Astro Boy, Steve Ursig.
He's going to go out there and lay it all out on the line because he could not handle that feeling of just not feeling like he fought after that last fight when he fought me.
Here we go, folks, for the main event in the UFC light heavyweight division. First man to the scale in his first UFC main event, the number 9 ranked Bogdan Gushkov.
MMA has always been a sport of opportunity. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Bogdan Gushkov stayed ready. He got the call 2 weeks notice to take on the number 1 fighter in the world, Magomed Ankalaev. He steps up to the task, comes into this fight supremely confident. And why do you ask? Because he has finished every single fight that he has won. He is a finisher through and through. He's got power in both hands, and he's got a confidence and belief that he could step up on short notice and dethrone the former champion, Magomed Ankalaev.
5.5 pounds for Bogdan Hitman Gushkov. And his opponent, the former UFC light heavyweight champion and current number 1 in the division, Magomed Ankalaev.
Yeah, when you talk about Magomed Ankalaev, we will oftentimes refer to him as the boogeyman, and for good reason, because no matter what, it always seemed like whenever he was fighting, he was always the favorite. He had such a skill set. He could wrestle, he could strike. It was just a matter of him getting
Official
the
weight,
opportunity.
205.5 pounds for Magomed Ankalaev.
И я с Богданом Гуськовым. Богдан, это огромнейшая возможность для тебя в твоем первом мейн-ивенте в UFC. Что тебе нужно сделать, чтобы одолеть главного претендента? Я прилетел в Абу-Даби, чтобы вцепиться в этот шанс, и завтра вы все должны быть там и смотреть поединки. Удачи тебе, Хитман, Богдан Гуськов! И я с бывшим чемпионом Магомедом Анкалаевым. Магомед, ты любишь биться здесь, в Абу-Даби. Одни из твоих лучших выступлений были именно здесь. Чего фанатам стоит ожидать завтра?
Ассаламу алейкум, Абу-Даби. Я знаю, это для меня как родной дом, недалеко от моего дома, так что мы ждем хороший бой. Я готов показать зрелище, так что ждем.
Друзья, аплодисменты Магомеду Анкалаеву. Увидимся завтра на поединках. Всем спасибо.